everybody out there in the internet galaxies. It's Darth Ram coming to you from the bars of the Creamsicle. Just going for a little quick ride, seeing that old asshole and his fucking dog cunt. Anyways, I just want to say hello to all the freaks, geeks, women, children, platypus, gorillas, and squids. What we're going to talk about today is how important it is to have a camera. Now, I'm not just talking about like your cell phone camera or a high-end DSL. No, we're talking about dash cams. Or I guess you could say like a helmet cam, whatever. But for this story, it's going to be dash cam. Now, a couple weeks ago, in one of my other videos, I had mentioned that my wife had got into an accident while I was at work. She got T-boned at a four-way stop sign. Now again, it wasn't a bad accident, it was just a dent inside the door, but that's just the way it is. Now what had happened is the guy who hit her was not taking any responsibility. He said that it was her fault, and she's saying no. So of course it's now he said, she said, and he had his wife or whoever in the vehicle with him. So she was trying to be the witness, saying that it was my wife's fault, whole 9 yards. However, according to our law, if you're inside the vehicle, you are not a witness because you are inside the vehicle. So anyways, my wife completely forgot that she had a dash cam. She completely forgot about it. So she never mentioned it to the guy. But when she told me about the accident, that was the first thing I asked was, are you okay? And then I asked, well, the dash cam caught it, so you're good. And she's like, oh yeah, right. Forgot about the dash cam. So anyways, we're going through the insurance, and conveniently, he has the exact same insurance company that we do. Now, of course, it's going to be a different broker, but same insurance company. So my wife's trying to get in contact with her broker, or her adjuster, I should say, to talk about it, tells her side of the story, all that kind of good stuff. And the lady said, okay, well, seeing that that guy has the same insurance company, she'll just find his adjuster, and they'll just be able to talk about it right then and there. So my wife said, cool, no problem. So a day goes by, then 2, then 4, and now a week and a half, my wife finally gets a response from the insurance company saying, yep, his adjuster is having a hard time getting in touch with this guy because he's not accepting any blame. So my wife's kind of pissed. She's like, okay, well, I don't give a flying fuck. How about a dash cam? I got dash cam footage to prove this is what happened. And our adjuster said, really? Tell you what, why don't you send that bad boy video over to us so we can take a gander at it. So anyways, another week goes by after my wife sent it, when she gets an email back from our adjuster saying that, yeah, she never got the footage, don't know what to do. She goes, if you want, go get the vehicle fixed, pay your deductible, but if something comes back, well, then we'll reimburse you. My wife's like, no, fuck that. And I agree, fuck that. So we play around, my wife plays around for a good day trying to compress the file small enough that we can send it through email, because that was the problem. The email kept coming back saying that the video was too big, So we finally get it done, sent off. I think this was like on a Tuesday night, and by Wednesday afternoon, my wife gets an email response from her adjuster saying, yep, upon reviewing the video footage, the blame is squarely on that gentleman, and he'll be responsible for all your damages. So go get the vehicle fixed, and we're all good. So we're like, yep, see, dash cam for the win. And that's why it's so important, ladies and gentlemen. That's like getting to the moral of the story. It's so important nowadays to protect yourself. And I'm not talking just having insurance. I'm talking about like protecting yourself from other assholes. Because just because you get into the accident, just because you have insurance, doesn't mean anything depending on the accident itself. Because like I said, in this case, it was a four-way stop. So four-way stop signs, the whole thing gets pretty greasy. Just like if you're in a parking lot. Parking lots would be considered a no-fault accident unless you can blatantly prove that this person really fucked up. So, I'm a big advocate of cameras, obviously, fucking durr. But I think that everybody should have one nowadays. I think they're great. And believe me, now that we've actually gone through it and my wife has seen the advantages of the dash cam, we are never gonna have one. In fact, or we're never not gonna have one. And in fact, my wife is trying to ask me to get a dash cam put on the back of her Jeep, like a rearward facing one, to catch the footage behind. Because, well, hey, you see some pretty interesting shit coming behind you. Not to mention rear end accidents, all that kind of good stuff. Because if you just do a quick little YouTube search on dash cams and stuff like that, you'd be amazed at how many people will do the whole rear end accident, but then blame you for rolling backwards and say, nope, you roll backwards. I'm like, well, no. So, that's just my little piece of advice for today, kids. That's a little story. Get yourself a dash cam if you don't already have one. It's gonna save your bacon. And just like I tell all my other motorbiking friends and family that do not have a helmet cam yet, get one. It may not save your life, but it's gonna at least help solve any kind of problem later on down the road. And that's where all that money that you spent on the camera will come in handy. So until the next video, ladies, gentlemen, octopus, budgies, and gerbils, you guys have a great fucking ride. Sorry for all the swearing in this video, but it is what it is. And have yourselves an awesome time. Darth Ramp. Out. What are you still doing here? The video's over. It's done. Go home. It's done. Go.